Ryan with Geek here, and sorry for the background noise. Just a quick video showing what I've got going on with my antenna in my backyard. And what's happening is that yesterday we had a really big storm come through. There it goes. We had a really big storm come through, really high winds, and what happened is that my antenna got blown down. Now, normally the antenna you see behind me, the mast, which is somewhere in the shot here, normally that'll come down and that's no big deal. In fact, I have kind of relied on it to do that. Sorry, you can see my junk there. And that comes down normally. It just kind of falls in on itself. No big deal. The problem is that the other side also fell down. The other side being that tripod over there. And that goes up about 15-20 feet. That fell down also, which tangled this wire in this tree, which means I had to actually basically take the wire apart and resplice it. No big deal. It's spliced together anyway. Excuse me. But today what I'm doing is I'm actually changing this up a bit. So I'm adding 66 feet of wire to the end, and it's going to go to that corner over there. So hopefully this will be good for 80 meters also, which I'd really like, considering that the QDX does 80 meters, as does my Microbit X. So we will see how that tunes up. So I'm going to get this all in the air, and then we'll check it on the MFJ tuner, or analyzer rather. Okay, so let's see. Try to block this sign here. You can see that 66 feet starts at the top of the mast and goes down through the sky. And I've got another fishing pole mast here held up with a piece of conduit into some eyelets I put into that post. And then the excess I've just got going down to the other post and then back over here. It's not ideal, but it'll tune up. I'm sure of it. So let's give it a try and see what happens. Let's check it out. So we've got at 80 meters from, well, it actually is a little bit long on 80 meters, but it goes all the way up to about 380 with a SDBR up to 2, and it's down the digital range. I think it's 3574, 3578, right in there. It's really nice. So we're good on 80, and then going up to 40 meters at 77, we're at 1.3, which is real good. And then going up the band up to 2.0, which is fine. I'm not worried about a 2.0 SWR. I'm not an SWR junkie. I mean, I'd love for it to be 1.0, but I'm more interested in having more bands. So let's check 10 meters, or 10 megahertz rather. And okay, so if we could just contact somebody at the ARRL and the FCC and get them to move 10 or 30 meters up by a few hundred kc, that'd be great. All right, that's not gonna work. Let's try 14 megahertz and a 1.8 in the digital and up to about 1.4 up at the top end of the band. Very good. Now 17 meters, which is on 18 megahertz, which I find extremely confusing. So 18 megahertz, we're golden across the band. 15 meters, frankly, it's pretty high on 15 meters there. But I'm actually more interested in 17 than 15, so that works out. And then let's see, I think the next thing is going to be 12 meters up at 24 megahertz, and that's a bust. Actually, it dips right at 25 megahertz. So, and going up to 28 megahertz, got to switch it out here. All right, so at 2807 something, we're at 1.61, which is pretty good. Going up to, right up to the top of the band, so we're good. Now, what is interesting to me is the coverage, roughly, a little bit high SWR, but the coverage of 8 meters, This is where there's a lot of experimentation going on. If I removed a little bit of length from it, I could get that image just perfect. And let's check 6 meters while we're at it. 50 to 54, yeah, not so much. But not bad for what it is. And we'll check it out over the next week or two and see if it was better off before, and if so, we'll put it back the way it was. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And if you have any ideas of your own, make sure you put them below. 73.